If you live somewhere with real winters, it's easy to feel like homesteading just stops. The beds are frozen. The garden looks empty. Everything feels quiet. And the assumption is that winter is just something you get through until spring shows up again. But winter has never been a pause on my homestead. It's just a different season of the same system. In the last video, I talked about how I think about resilience, not as a reaction, but as something built slowly, layer by layer, over time. Today, I want to show you what that actually looks like in winter. Not an idealized version, not a productivity challenge, just the real practical things I do when the garden looks like it's sleeping, and why winter is one of the most important seasons for living beautifully and self sufficiently. Winter is honest. When you're no longer harvesting fresh produce every day, your systems start talking to you. You find out what you actually preserved and used, what you grew because you thought you should, what ran out too quickly, what you're genuinely grateful to have on hand. Winter removes the illusion of abundance and replaces it with clarity. And that clarity is incredibly valuable because resilience isn't about guessing or copying someone else's setup. It's about noticing what works for you in your climate, your space, and your real life. Winter planning doesn't look like spreadsheets taped to the wall around here. It looks like asking quieter questions. What do I want to grow again? What didn't earn its space? What felt supportive and what felt like too much? Some winters I plan with excitement. Other winters I plan with realism. Both are valid. I focus on the crops and systems that matter most. Foods we actually eat, crops that store well, systems that still work when life gets complicated. Winter planning isn't about controlling the year ahead. It's about creating flexibility. Seed starting is one of the clearest ways winter becomes part of the food system. This isn't about starting everything early just to say you did. It's about intention. I start seeds that support real meals, have proven themselves over time, make sense for a growing season. Seed starting in winter slows me down in a good way. One tray at a time, one decision at a time. It reminds me that growth doesn't rush just because I want it to. Winter seed starting isn't about speed. It's about direction. One thing I think gets overlooked a lot is that winter growing doesn't always mean growing inside. Some of the simplest, most resilient winter food systems are right outside, tucked under cold frames, low tunnels, or unheated hoop houses. Lettuce, spinach, kale, maize, arugula. These crops don't need to thrive in winter to be valuable. They just need to survive. When you plant them in fall and protect them from the worst of the cold, they sit there quietly all winter waiting, and harvesting fresh greens in January or February changes how the whole season feels. It bridges the gap between preserved food and fresh food. It reduces pressure on indoor setups, and it reminds you that your land is still feeding you, even in winter. That kind of quiet abundance is one of the most confidence-building things you can experience on a homestead. Some parts of a homestead don't follow the annual garden calendar. Perennials still need attention. Long-term plants still need care. Living systems don't disappear just because it's cold outside. Winter is a stewardship season. Caring for plants that take time, sometimes years, teaches patience. And patience is one of the most important homestead skills there is. Resilience isn't always about what you can harvest right now. Sometimes it's about what you're willing to tend quietly. Winter is when the pantry really starts working. This is when frozen produce turns into meals, when shelf-stable foods carry the season, when preservation systems either feel supportive or feel heavy. I pay attention to that. If something feels like a burden, I rethink it. If something saves time and energy, I make a note to do more of it next year. Preservation should make life easier. Winter helps me refine that balance. Winter also teaches me how to respect my energy. It's a slower season, and I let it be slower. Some days are productive. Some days are quiet. Both belong here. A resilient homestead doesn't demand constant output. It adapts. And winter is where that adaptability is shaped. This way of thinking about winter as part of the system instead of a gap is something I've been practicing and teaching for a long time. Years ago, I wrote The Complete Idiot's Guide to Year-Round Gardening because I wanted people to see that gardening doesn't stop when summer ends. It just changes. Winter growing, cold frames, tunnels, indoor starts, long-term crops, they're all part of the same story. And that story doesn't rely on extremes. It relies on observation, timing, and patience. If your garden looks quiet right now, you're not behind. If winter feels slower, that doesn't mean you're failing. Winter is not a pause. It's a foundation. The systems you notice now, the habits you refine, the pressure you release, all of that shapes what comes next. This is how I approach winter on a real homestead. And it's one of the ways I work toward living beautifully and self-sufficiently. This is an ongoing journey, and I'll be sharing more of how these systems come together over time. If this kind of calm, practical approach to homesteading resonates with you, I'd love for you to subscribe and join me here.